number one very soon. But I just want to start with something. Okay?
Yep.
Gotta tighten things. Studio's looking better. Working in the studio. Oh!
Looks great.
Oh, did you tweet?
I think I tweeted.
Hope you tweeted because I need to tweet.
Didn't I tweet?
Hope you did. Let me find out. Hold on, guys. Sorry about this. I'm
check
sorry
if
for.
I tweeted.
You did?
I said check if I did.
I don't.
Yeah,
think
I did.
You did.
I did.
You got to tell me these things.
I did. I do every time. I think. Mostly.
I am embarrassed that people are actually going to the De La Soul concert. Friggin'. De La Soul sucks. It's one of the things I talked today about with Billboard Chart Guy. That'll be out next week. Next week.
That's
I
exciting.
can't ruin it.
Yeah, no spoilers. This is a good show so far.
Hold on. I gotta. There's. All right. You will see, by the way, I've just tweeted out my studio tour I gave tonight, which includes the picture that Alice demanded that I take down yesterday. Mm-hmm. So there you go. Yesterday before the show, she said, I don't think I want to show the audience my ass. Calm down. Okay, so, but here's my thing. Did this go out? Okay, post was sent. There you go. All right. Here's my thing. Is for some reason today, I forgot what I was doing. I forgot what today was. Anyway, I did some cleaning today. Some dishes today, cooked today. I had about an hour of immobile time where I was not productive today, or not even standing today. But I was seeing Facebook and somebody, I have a lot of Facebook friends who I don't know who they are, like a lot of people do. And somebody was saying, what a terrible weekend. It was a terrible weekend. My friend Ted was over and this is you, by the way, sorry about this. And, he suddenly had a stroke and he's passed away at 45 years old. And I loved him so much and he was so great and such a good family friend and a great guy. I had known for a long time that his numbers were way up because he's diabetic. And we could tell recently that he gained a lot of weight. And I was worried about him. We talked about it, but it seems like that, especially around the holidays, he was eating and drinking more than usual and this and that. And Ted was like, can you people just F off? Just let Ted die. Just let him die, okay? His whole life was not simply his death.
Yeah, we don't need all your judgment on.
Yeah, fine. Okay, he ate and drank a lot, and he got fat, and he was diabetic, and he might have stroked up. Like, what is this that you stamp? Like, okay, the last post that anybody will ever see about this guy is how much he sucked. Like, just shut up. And by the way, why is freaking Facebook the death notice place?
Yeah, that is what it is.
There was
now.
a time that people, like, dogs just died. That was fine.
And you didn't, like, inform the world? Well, where would you go? Because there were, like, obituaries, obviously.
Right,
in
not
newspapers,
for dogs.
but not for dogs.
Right.
So how would you, back in the day, inform all your loved ones that a dog had died? And I know that people, even, like, when a human being died, would, like, call up all the living relatives and, like, let them know.
Sure.
Right?
Sure.
Like, that was a thing. So how would you let all your family know that your dog died without embarrassing yourself?
You wouldn't let anybody know. No, the thing is in that people like me and most of the people who have a brain in their heads listening would know never to ask about the dog or grandparents. Just never ask about those people. And then once you turn like 30, to stop asking about parents. Stop asking about any being that might have expired. Just don't. This is what people could learn from the WASPs, from the Protestants.
Just don't talk about anything and shove all your feelings away.
Shove it away.
Hide them.
That's right. Exactly. And you have just dark thoughts and bottles of bourbon, and nobody has to know anything. Just keep it inside and move along. That's it. Have a nice... You remember all those old graves that you see from like 1670 with the weird faces on them and stuff like that? That's about right where we are. It's nice and like horrible. I was reading today about how people when they first invented locomotives, trains, there was no heating for the train cars. Nobody had that at all. So people just froze to death in the trains. What a fucking time. What a time. There goes, Ira Johansson froze to death in the train on the way to work. Throw them in the pile. Jeez, but keep your stuff off Facebook. God's sake. You know what? Another thing is, keep your hot high school daughters off of Facebook in their freaking...
That is weird.
Like, in their bang me dresses. Like, what is this? It's weird. Stop it. What are you doing? And
I don't get that. The moms that post really,
stop
like,
saying that your really attractive college freshman daughter is home looking for babysitting gigs and having all her pictures be like vacation Jello shot pic. Like, what is this? Or does the algorithm think it's this close to getting me busted with a guy saying, "Have a seat, Tom"? I don't know, but no more hot high school daughters. No more.
What do you think Facebook should be used for?
Well, it was originally to try to pick up chicks. It should be used for what it originally was used for people who had graduated a while to get some comfort and joy out of seeing that their classmates are now fat and old and disgusting. That's what it was, and it supplanted the high school reunion, because now you didn't have to go. Now you didn't have to diet for 6 months, get in fighting shape, go back to the high school reunion.
My 20-year was on Saturday. I did not attend.
You look good too, but the 20 years. No. These are all. Yeah, it's all. I'll give you a hint. Some of the guys look good, and the girls have had a lot of work done. This is Lexington, right? This is now.
I don't even think so. Millennials aren't even like. I don't know.
I was listening to a podcast today. Oh, so that's what Facebook should be about. That. It's just checking in on people and trying to find where you are in the pecking order in life at this particular time. And sometimes
you post when you have bought a house.
And by the way, just before I met you, I was kind of depressed on Facebook, and I was bothering girls I knew in the 90s to talk to me and how lonely I was and wish it was the 90s again. So you blew in and changed everything. And then I dropped them like nothing. But well, right. And that's the other thing it's for is to show how your house and property is better than everybody else's.
Right.
That's the thing.
And life in general.
Life in general. Exactly. And this is, there's some great accounts from who I graduated with in Winchester that it's just fantastic. The guy is a finance guy. He's won another award. Their house is in Winchester still, but just a bigger house. Oh, the addition means the kitchen is half closed. It's a pain, and the things are freaking it's amazing. So that's what it's for. Don't tell me about anybody having cancer, okay? I understand. Everybody has cancer. Everybody's parents, I've died of cancer. Cancer's everywhere. It sucks. Let me hear about... And also, by the way, here's another thing. If you haven't drank in a week, great for you. Or 2 years, great for you. Or 3 years, great for you. Shut the F up. God. Who cares? This idea that, I'm putting something out there that it's about me, that it's positive. Here we go. I get it. I understand it. It's hard to stop drinking. Believe me, I know it is. And it's awesome to keep drinking and never have to break. And here's another thing, by the way.
Tommy in New Hampshire says you're Tom Rooney. Did you ever notice?
You ever notice the obits on Facebook? Yeah, no, you're right about that. There's another thing. It's
and Julian Phil says it's potential I've had it podcast material.
Oh God. No, here's another thing. You ever notice?
And here's another thing.
Why does everybody have to have their own personal glass of water all the time? Time was you'd go to the sink and get a warm glass of water. But here's another thing about the obits.
Mm-hmm.
We lost Sean suddenly at 25 years old. He was the apple of our lives. We'll always miss you, Sean. XXXXO. In lieu of flowers, please give to fentanyl abuse program A. It's like, God! Oh, freaking. Don't, when I die, you know your orders.
What should I be asking people?
The entire
to donate
obituary.
to?
Tom is dead. Speculation will not run the gamut, Alice.
People might ask me if it was a heart attack or a stroke.
It's fine. It doesn't matter. There was. Okay. Yes. The answer is yes. Okay. Dead. EMTs push me downstairs so they don't have to come upstairs, so they don't see the mess. Although it's better now.
We're getting in pretty good shape.
Pretty soon they
actually.
can come upstairs.
Yeah. Just hold off on dying a little bit longer, and I'm not going to have to do any work at
EMTs,
all.
Morgue. No checking. No, what's that? Autopsy. Right.
I'm going to demand answers.
Everything.
How could this happen, doctor?
Right. Right. Set me on fire. Have the guy roast me.
No.
He will then
I
give you.
think cremation
No,
is so.
I don't care. I don't care.
don't like
I don't
they,
want to
like,
have
crush
people
the
saying that the
bodies. I
makeup
don't
job
like
that the Undertaker did is so or the whatever the guy
It's
is.
so natural.
Just get me out of there. Get me out of here. I want to be fire roasted. Somebody then will hand you a box of bones that aren't at all.
Yours.
Yeah, mine. Right.
That's what's disturbing to me
Who
about
cares?
that.
I want you to get
I
somebody
care.
else's bones.
I
want to go to.
know where your
I want my
bones
bones to have a better home than this family.
I want to know where your
I
bones
want to be
are.
distributed to a better family. The chances of that happening are very, very good. So that's what I want. You can have a little party at the back of wherever people go for parties now, some restaurant or something. Make it so that that people can get drunk as hell if they want to, and nothing on Facebook. Nothing on Facebook. I do not want people wasting time on Facebook. No, I want anything.
Dr. Desiree says, Tom died. Please send gift cards in lieu of flowers.
And I hope that my son, my oldest son, somehow parlays it into some kind of thing. Okay, that's not why we're here today. We're here today to talk about, by the way.
R.I.P. Tom Shattuck, the 400-pound closeted gay, is carrying bags for rich women in heaven today.
How dare? Who is that?
Oh, it's Splash.
How dare you? How dare you? Yeah, well, that's fine. Whatever it is fine. Whatever it is fine.
I don't think it's fine.
Okay, so here's the other
What
thing.
do I tell Twitter?
Just take over the account as if nothing happened. Doesn't matter, Alice. It doesn't matter. I've been on Twitter for 17 years. I still have under 11,000
You're
followers.
dozens of thousands of followers.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Every tweet out a meme of the frog every few days. A non-player character or whatever. Just build up the numbers, okay? Okay. So here's my other thing.
Okay.
I was listening to a podcast. Did you ever listen to podcasts?
Occasionally.
Listening to the Remnant podcast, and it was with Jonah Goldberg and Sarah Isger.
Mm-hmm. Mark in the chat calls you Heaven's concierge.
I was a concierge.
What makes you guys think Tom's going to heaven?
Yeah, I am. I'm fine. I'm fine. As Hillary Chabot, my dear friend and colleague, once said, Shattuck, you are who you are.
It's a true statement.
Right. She's right. And that's her really trying. Just say Tom had a run. Salute. I will say, by the way, that the tripe my brother got was fantastic. God, that was good. Holy God, tripe is so good. I feel so bad. It's like you people haven't realized that there's how do I say this cleanly?
Why would I want to eat that?
Because it's awesome.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. The Italians don't F around.
It's scary.
Okay. So this is the other thing I want to say is that Sarah
Trish
Isger
says you're going to be hell's young male receptionist.
wasn't that young. She's also a problem. So here's the thing. I want to. There's all this study and information coming out that people have stopped. By the way, being romantic with each other, by 50%.
Yeah, by a lot.
In people hit their 20s or whatever. It's
Young people don't feel they need to do that anymore.
no, they don't. It's gone. It's not something it's gone. And I was listening to Sarah Isger today, who's on that podcast with Jonah because he finds her attractive, and I don't blame him.
How do you know that's why he has her on? I would think he has her on because she's smart and interesting.
I have very few superpowers.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is recognizing gross attributes that I own in other people. And I'm like, yep, I get it.
Is that why you have me on here?
Yeah. What is this? Is this new? So anyway, so they were talking about this, and their suggestion was it's because that young men, unlike when I was a young guy, their first real kind of
formative impression,
are just simply the porn.
Yeah.
And dating sites, which allows so much separation that they're not invested at all.
Yeah.
And so what should have been a download of, okay, this is the soft skin, the soft cheek, the beautiful hair, the breath hitting your face of a beautiful, like that is how usually you plant the seeds and you start, and you're like, as a guy, you're like, oh, this is all good stuff.
Yeah.
But if it's not that, if it's something else, if it's YouPorn or whatever it is, then all that stuff is now foreign to you.
Yeah.
Because the organic stuff has been...
And even, like, gross and weird and too visceral and human.
Right.
Why would you mess around with all that? Especially if it comes attached to, like, an annoying human being with, like, needs and stuff.
Right. And even though the real thing is obviously much better than watching stuff and whatever, is that they've trained themselves into believing that the watching stuff way is the ultimate.
Yeah.
So what do you do about that?
I don't know. Everyone's like broken brained. I don't know what to do about it.
And is it related, by the way? Is it related to like all these people posting high school pictures of young girls? Like I can tell you one thing, that not me, but my friends of the same age, if they saw some of these pictures of, oh, here's the girls at the graduation party.
Yeah.
That
Homecoming. I saw a mom post.
Would have been like, okay. Okay. Suppress everything you're thinking and we'll pretend this is normal. Is this part of it? Is this now like the girls now? The parents don't see the problem anymore. It's now normal. Like, I don't even know. What's going on?
I mean, I think it's connected, but...
And with that, number one, you have the helm.
Oh. I think it is connected. I think that it's almost like asexualized a lot of this stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like that everyone wants to look like this, like sexy and like fully done. And like, that's a big part of why these girls look so adult. You know, they're all like getting their hair highlighted and their nails done.
Well, yes.
And they're like tanned and they're beautiful and they're lovely girls. But they are like, they look like they're, 13 and they look like full on models.
Right.
And they dress like it. And, but I think that that's been like so far removed from the act of actually like hooking up that like a lot of people like don't even associate it anymore with the actual thing.
Oh, that's so interesting. Like there was
like they look really sexy, but not in a way like they're not connecting that with the idea of like having teenage sex.
Interesting, because when I was a kid, like only girls who were kind of fast, which is a term I don't even know exists anymore, were doing that.
Well, yeah, but I think they look like that, but I don't think they're doing it. I think they dress this way and look that way because not because they want to sleep with boys, but because they want to look like Instagram influencers. Like they want to look like Kardashians or whatever. And they don't, I don't know that, I don't think it's connected with like wanting anything from boys romantically. The way it was like even when I was growing up, right? Like that stuff was associated with that. And I could be wrong, but I think like a lot of this preening and posturing is for the benefit of other girls. I don't think it's like for the benefit of boys. And you see like girls our daughter's age, they're all about like how many likes am I getting? How many comments am I getting? And it's primarily girls talking to other girls. Like how great they look and all this stuff. There's not a sense that they're doing this. I mean, like some of her friends and stuff date, but for the most part, not really. I think like not even as seriously as my generation did at that age. Do you think so?
No, I don't think so.
I mean, but my generation came of age in that era we were talking about where like, I mean, geez, shows like The Girls Next Door was on all the time. And like, there were all those stupid dating shows like Blind Date and Fifth Wheel. And, you know, there was absolutely much more of like an actual sexual element to this stuff at that time, I think. I don't know that that's like even a factor. I also think that in addition to the porn factor, I think the fact that so many young people are on psychotropic medications is a huge factor also. I think that it absolutely is dampening their drive for stuff like that. The other thing that I think it's connected to is this thing I started to tell you about last night. And this thread from Blue Sky that I was reading you last night. Do you remember this?
Yes.
So Blue Sky is the liberal Twitter, basically. It's their knockoff one where they go to try and only be with each other. And this person, I don't know if this is a man or a woman, writes, they're an English professor at a university. And they write, an issue that we're seeing at all levels of university is that many students are simply refusing to do anything. They aren't reading the syllabus. They aren't following assignment guidelines. They aren't engaging with material. They're ignoring deadlines. And this might seem like old news, but it truly has ramped up. We're seeing possibly the worst attendance in history, even in creative writing classes where students generally want to participate and have their voice heard. They're not showing up, they're ignoring the guidelines and feedback, and either describing expectations as unclear or simply refusing to comply. We keep adjusting our goalposts, trying to meet students where they're at, but for some, that place is a kind of non-place, where they don't complete any work or engage with the class, but still receive a high grade. Emails are ignored. They can't meet a deadline or keep an appointment. Much speculation in the comments that it's due to long COVID.
Which is, of course, hilarious.
And then the person continues on. At this point, our intro comp first year English course has been so heavily revised, it no longer includes a novel or extended reading of any kind, no specialized or historical reading, mostly in-class assignments, no research essay, and we're still seeing a 40 to 50% rate of AI misconduct. Administrators are continually pressuring us to make the course more accessible, by which they mean devastatingly easy to complete.
Administrators.
But it isn't about access. Many students refuse to read or write in any capacity that isn't tech-aided, no matter how simple the assignment, no matter how process-based. And I don't know if the answer is everyone is too traumatized to do work and we need to reinvent society, or if it's more like generations are losing their cognitive abilities and willpower due to destructive technologies, or we all have post-viral brain damage, or all of the above. So here you have liberals looking around and searching for explanations for what they're seeing. And like, God love them. Many of my liberal friends believe incredibly different things than I do, but many of them have a lot of appreciation for academic pursuits. Would you agree that that's true?
Yes.
And a lot of appreciation for like fine arts and writing and like studying and reading novels and all sorts of things like that. And the fact that now this is so infectious that they can't even tell themselves anymore, oh, like these students come from like a disadvantaged socioeconomic background, so they just haven't been taught this. And if we make it more accessible, then they'll do the assignment. Like, the fact that it's gotten so bad that they can't do that anymore, and I think it's connected to the pornographic issue. I think that there is such ease of access to total slop at any time that there is literally like no reason to consume long form content in any way. And I think even that phrase somewhat disgusts me. I like paused before I said it because I'm like, do I want to put this way? But the idea that you're going to take like all of great literature and call it consuming long form content is insane. But that's the way we treat this stuff now, is we treat like, do you want to read this book as like a form of, do you want to order a burrito for dinner tonight? And everything's instant gratification. And if I don't get like immediate positive taste bud feedback from reading Tolstoy, then I'm just not going to read it, because there are 75 other things that I can do that are competing for my time that are going to bring my pleasure receptacles so much more immediate positive feedback. Like, why would I waste my time? You know, and it's the same thing as the porn issue, where it's like, you know, maybe that's a little bit better, but like, why would I put in all that time and effort when I can get like 80% of the real thing here, and it's great?
Can I add another factor, or the theory? Boston University has just officially unnamed Miles Standish Hall. Miles Standish was the security guy for the Pilgrims.
Right.
He's the one who had to go fight savage Indians and enemy, you know, this, that. So because he did that, he's bad. So you have kids who are entering the university system already trained, especially up here, in the idea that they're under attack.
Right.
The very walls are attacking you. They're dangerous. This place is named after Miles Standish, you know, a monster. You live in Boston, Massachusetts, which used to be a place full of Native Americans. Boston, of course, the most racist city, sports and all the
that is
stories.
hilarious to me that liberal Boston is.
Well, right. And so in Boston, Charles Stewart and all of the horrible things and busing in the 70s, this and that. But they're told that all of this stuff resonates currently. All the walls, the Charles River, named after King Charles of England. Talk about empire building colonists.
Right.
What? It's everywhere. And so isn't part of this that students get to college already in pitch battle?
Right. They're in grievance mode when they walk in the door.
Grievance mode, and they're also in traumatized mode. I mean, think about this hall is named Miles Standish Hall.
Oh, I'm too traumatized by capitalism and long COVID to do my English reading.
Is Fenway Park, which used to have Yawkey Way. Racist. He didn't draft Jackie Robinson. These are all, like, there's racism everywhere. There's hatred everywhere. There's white supremacy everywhere. This country sucks. Ken Burns just reinforced that for me. And, like, why do you want me to read your stupid books? Like a Rudyard Kipling book? Really? I don't think so. I don't think I'll be doing any, like, why would you have me doing any of this stuff? And by the way, you, professor, and I assume like the liberal professors who came up through the 70s are like, really? But I'm the good guy here.
Yeah.
But no, you've toxified everything. And even you, liberal professor who should know better, tells the kids, sure, you're not under total threat always, but Trump is a Nazi, and there are brown shirts, and he is disappearing people. Like, all this, you've made the kids soft because nobody can trip in a playground without it being on Facebook somewhere, or the world knowing, or somebody's mom letting them know. Or, you know, your kid goes up against Scott Jennings on CNN if you're Michael Douglas and that former haughty Scottish chick's kid, and he gets bested by Scott Jennings, and now the mother, the former hottie, is like, we thought he was treated unfairly. Like, you have thoroughly pussified everybody.
Yeah.
And you've scared everybody. And now, like, you want them to, they're in the tunnels during the London Blitz, and you're telling them to read? Do this work? No, you have told them already that they are owed something.
But it's got to be more than that because, you know, my generation was also the, like, everybody got a trophy generation. And we still, like, and there was already some, like, grade inflation in some of this stuff. But we still, like, took the SATs and, like, had to read books in school. And maybe part of that was just, like, the technology wasn't there to allow people to not have to do it. But, I mean, like, people did, like, somewhat read the books in school when I was in school. And, like, hand in papers and things. It's really been the last, like, 15 years or so. It's, like, all the academic performance has gone off a cliff. And it's pre-COVID. But it's insane how bad it is. And our kids say it's bad, too. In the public schools, that it's like that, you know, the academic standards are absolutely, you know, I think they were saying like they had an egg drop project at school, and this, I think everybody's familiar with those, aren't they, where you have to come up with some sort of engineering design to keep your egg from breaking when you drop it off a building. And the idea was that I think if your egg didn't break, then you got 100. If your egg broke, but you like tried, then you got a 90. And our son was saying that one kid like did absolutely nothing until the last day when he like barely threw. And this was all worked on during school. This wasn't like homework, like you had to find time outside of school or something. This was like during the school day, you have time to work on this. And this kid didn't do it. They all have Chromebooks in school. Our school district has a one-to-one Chromebook policy, so every student gets a Chromebook all the time, which are programs, by the way, that are proven to be absolutely detrimental to student performance. These one-to-one Chromebook policies. They make student performance worse.
Interesting.
If you give every kid a laptop in school all day.
I've heard, by the way, that a lot of these have access to all sorts of things.
Yeah. So this kid, my son was saying, played on the computer all day. So once again, if your egg doesn't break, you get 100. If your egg breaks, but you tried, then you get a 90. This kid didn't do anything until the last day. His egg obviously broke because he didn't do anything. And he got an 85. So that's like where the grading standard is. And yet, like, yeah, that's what our son said. Is this kid was playing games on the computer all day, could not be bothered, didn't feel like doing the assignment. There was no gratification for him for doing it. And like these Chromebook policies or these device policies, iPad policies, sometimes in the younger grades, they're proven to absolutely be detrimental to student performance. They're extremely expensive because you need IT resources to keep everything going. You need to pay for software licenses for all these devices. You need, you know, to have an IT team who can do stuff with this. And it's nuts because they actually make students dumber. And I remember having this argument when we lived in Melrose with people when I was like, why are we doing these programs? They're so bad for kids. Like, screen time is the number one thing that's bad for kids. And they were like, kids are going to need to know how to use technology when they're older. Like, freaking really? You think if you educate a kid the way we've all been educated, they're not going to know how to use Outlook to send an email to their boss? I mean, like, isn't that the dumbest thing you've ever heard? How will they know how to log on to Slack unless we give them an iPad when they're 5? And then sit them on it all day to play computer games. Like, that's insane. But whatever, everybody's nuts. So instead of, you know, paying for proper classroom instruction and books, then we pay for them to all have computers and not learn anything and have a gazillion administrators, curriculum coordinators and stuff that don't do anything. It's absolutely ridiculous. I don't know, which Mark in the chat says all the kids at Harvard get A's. It's true.
Yes.
And, you know, there's been this thing. Did you see this stuff with this girl who wrote a bad essay explaining why she's against transgender stuff, and she got a 0 on the assignment?
Yeah, hot chick.
Yeah, and the essay is not great, but clearly if you look at the actual grading rubric, so this is obviously like a conservative college student.
Right.
I forgot, University of Oklahoma, maybe?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is.
And she was given an assignment to react to an essay about gender roles or something. And she, you know, wrote a thing about how she thinks gender roles are good. And it clearly met the criteria for the assignment, of which out of the 25 points, only 5 points was supposed to be for writing quality, which again, her writing quality is not great, but like everyone's dumb now. So it's like, what are you looking for? I guarantee you a bunch of students got 100s whose writing also sucked.
Right.
And she clearly met this wasn't a research paper. She wasn't supposed to cite sources. She was supposed to provide a personal reaction of her personal feelings to something, and she did. And this professor failed her, and, you know, people are publishing it out there and, you know, commenting that the girl's writing sucks, which it does. But, like, there's clearly an issue because these schools are passing everybody.
Right.
Everybody. So, I don't know. Can the teacher... I mean, like, this girl probably shouldn't be in college and taking courses where she has to respond to essays. Like what a waste of her time. What a waste of everybody's time.
Yeah, well, that I hope is the end result of this, is a college bubble breaks. I
hope so. I hope so. I mean, the student loans is the first step. So I hope that actually happens and comes to fruition.
Yeah, I actually, the
Splash says he saw her picture and he's totally on her side.
Yeah, somewhat, obviously, yeah. Let me ask you another thing, Alice. Like, as far as the trans thing goes, and we've seen that, like, married men suddenly become trans and we become women, and how, like, some couples stay together, but, like, how utterly for a woman, like, devastating that must be.
Mm-hmm.
Can you, like, if your husband then suddenly decides that he's a woman, I just have this weird scenario in my mind where, like, who did now the girl, since he's doing all the affectations of being a woman, including we talked about earlier today about having the woman's cycle, you know, and pretending the pelvic pain and all that stuff, and having actual think piece articles tell us how that's a real thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what's heartbreaking to me to think about that? Like, imagine a house that's like where there's 4 kids, 1 wife, 1 husband, 2 daughters, 2 sons.
Mm-hmm.
So what happens when the girls, or even the boys, if they're little boys like our boys do, want a spider killed? He's like, no, I'm also skeeved out by spiders now. I was born in the wrong body, but the actual mind, my whole soul and person is a woman. I'm skeeved out by spiders. Yes, I'm equipped to kill the spider. I'm equipped to have no problem with it. And, but no, I'm role-playing now. So those things that I used to do, the stuff that's just stuff that guys have to suck up and do, I'm now over it. No. So like with the wife and daughter, like, just don't use that bathroom with the spider anymore. Because he's playing along and he gets to be scared with them. It's just like, I just thought of it. Like, what a weird betrayal. Like, what a goddamn weird betrayal.
Yeah.
It's another thing while I'm giving Facebook rules. If you're a guy who is married to a woman and you have a family, and you feel that you actually, like, come to this realization that, oh my goodness, I was really meant to be a woman this whole time.
Mm-hmm.
And that I'm actually a woman but stuck in a guy's body. Isn't the like very minimal minimal thing as far as a guy goes is to suck it up?
You would think so.
Like, your job is to, unfortunately, not get a lifeboat when the big cruise ship sinks. Sorry. In case of fire, you have to, like, not you have to go in and try to save the kids. You can't just save yourself. You have to kill the spiders. I was like, these are like core things.
Yeah. On Thanksgiving, you have to carve the turkey.
Right. You don't know what you're doing. Like, I never do. And like generally you're grilling.
You have a few things that you got to do.
Yeah. Some disgusting stuff. Like in generally you're grilling, like doing that. Like it's about your just fundamental responsibilities. And just because you decide that your name is Cheryl now and that you're going to wear pumps and do whatever, how can you feel good about like just throwing away those responsibilities?
Well, yeah. I mean, and everybody has responsibilities. It's not just that men do.
No, I know, but there are certain ones. Like when around here, when a child falls, especially a small one, you care. I am angry and feel inconvenienced, and so you jump into action. Right?
Yeah. And when our daughter says there's a spider,
right? I don't enjoy spider hunting. I find them disgusting, as a matter of fact. But that's the job. That's the bare minimum is I go there and do that. That's like, there's not much to ask for the job description. Anyway, I just thought about that.
Mark in the chat says, Cheryl, don't open pickle jars no more.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. It's a good one. All right, you still have the helm, number 2. Number 1.
I do?
Yeah. Or you sup with that? Should we do the chat?
Well, I did have one more thing actually. Where did it go though? Sorry.
It's funny talking to the Billboard chart guy today. And that'll be out next week. I'll plug it when it's out there. We were talking about the what's the band? We don't need no education. Nothing really?
I do know this, but you
have a cigar? Pink Floyd.
Yeah.
Okay. Jesus. And the song Money, and the fact that when I was a radio producer, even like 20 years ago, almost every single producer would make that the theme for the Money show.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus, really? You think one level different?
No, they can't think one level different. Okay, I did find this other thing I was looking for. Speaking of things that men and women just have different reactions to. So this was an interesting thing I saw on Twitter today. This woman posted, Googled a guy I interviewed for a job because HR said his background check didn't clear. Murderer. Spent a decade in prison. And then she writes, before every justice reformer comes from me, my job needs a clean background check, which obviously he didn't pass, as my post says. He lied about it, and while I'm sure he was very kind, it was just my reaction to finding out I sat in a room and alone with this man. Guess how people reacted?
Not positively towards her.
Yeah. People who think others deserve terrible jobless lives after being rehabilitated are sad and gross. One of the best hires I ever took a chance on had done 10 years as an accessory to murder. This feels like discrimination. You should hire based on merit. He still needs a job. At least, does that mean he can't do the job? The idea is that the prison is the punishment. He did his time. Does he not deserve a chance to re-enter our society? Hey, he served his time. And then this one woman says, if he doesn't qualify for the job, he doesn't qualify. But tweeting this about someone who has a past and is trying to move forward is gross and probably means you shouldn't be interviewing people, to be honest.
Well, she didn't out him, did she?
No. She says, fun fact, murderers are actually just people. Many of them self-reflective, thoughtful, funny, and kind. I'd rather sit in a room with any of those people. I have men who've been responsible for the death of another person than spend time with this girl.
Really?
Yeah, no. But this is what I'm saying about things like some women have no danger sense, apparently. He's been rehabilitated. I'd rather be around the murderer. They're just people. They're also funny and kind.
No danger sense. I'd
rather be around them than you.
It's not a no danger sense. It's an empathy thirst.
Yeah.
Look, you see, that's why I adopted Lulu the pit bull, Bella the pit bull, because see, it's just she's an angel. She would never, before Bella jumps over the fence and tears some kid's face off. This is total women find that's not even virtue signaling. It's compassion, gold medal signaling that they do. See?
Fortunately for a lot of them, it is just signaling. And when it comes to like who they actually like date and spend time around, they don't actually follow any of the stuff they do.
That is an understatement of the year.
However, some of them really do like go to this weird empathy response. And you'll see a lot of times that chart used as a meme showing that liberals have their empathy circle. Have you ever seen that with like the little heat map of empathy? And like conservatives have more empathy for like those closer to them. And then as it gets like further away, they have like less empathy for things and people like further away from themselves. And liberals, it's the opposite. They have like more the more like different and far away from them something is, the more empathy they have for it. The more like of an out group or like downtrodden or far away, like murderer, pit bull, whatever, the like more empathy they have. And so that's like, and you'll see those cases from time to time. Like, do you remember there was that woman who like was like a big criminal justice reform something, and like had like hired a guy to work in her house who was like some like rehabilitated criminal supposedly who murdered her, and like, I mean, but there's stories like that because there are reasons why people don't want to hire convicted murderers,
of course,
for stuff. And like, no, murderers are not just like you and me.
No,
I mean, maybe some of them. Maybe, but
well,
like,
I mean,
but for the most
there
part,
are people who had a bad night, and then there are people who watch somebody's face go white as they kill them, and those are different sets of people.
Well, yeah, but I think the majority of people who are involved in crime are involved. I mean, like all you have to do is look at the people they let off for crimes, who are walking around on the street after getting off for crime after crime after crime after crime after crime, and see that there is not a problem with like with incarcerating people too much for minor things.
Yes.
In this country. So like you have to assume that the people who are in prison for 10 years for something probably did a bunch of other crap too that they got off for. And that probably you're not like dealing with people with normal levels of like impulse control.
Yes.
And other like normal qualities that you want in a job candidate. So I think that what's really tough, clearly for a lot of jobs, you need to pass a background check. This in particular is not a case of hiring discrimination at all, because in this job, this was a job for a security guard. She didn't out the person. Probably you shouldn't post things about job candidates that you interview as a general rule on social media, anonymously or not.
Well,
but
also, here's the other thing about this is that, I mean, she said the guy lied about being a murderer, and of course, because of people like her. You got to. I mean, obviously, that's going to be off-putting to people.
Yeah. So, I mean, do people deserve second chances after they do stuff? Yeah, people do deserve second chances. What I think is tough is that I don't think this attitude of like, I'd rather be in a room with the murderer than like the normal just person out of my neighborhood. I don't think that's a healthy attitude. I think it comes from like a deeply pathological place. Like you say, this weird need to be empathetic to weigh out groups.
Yes.
That's like going to get people killed, frankly.
Well, how perfect an example of this was the ladies of Martha's Vineyard a couple years ago. Mm-hmm. When the illegals were sent up there. They're like, we love them. They're so fantastic. Get them the fuck out of here. Oh, bye, Jose. And they ran after the shuttle after they was.
We'll always remember you.
Get them out of here. All right, I'll be ready.
Yes, I'm ready.
It's a small chat. It's two Billies. I think probably with some nice, some good sentiments for us.
Yes, good morning. This is Paul Bearer. I'm returning Alice's
Wow.
phone call. You called our facility, the Ohms of West Newbury,
Ha!
about your husband, Tom. We have his room ready for you. And I did
Good.
listen to the tape, the hacking cough,
Yeah.
the spaciness, yes, clear symptoms of something going on. We'll take care of him in his
It's probably
dying days. Thank you.
consumption.
Yeah. No, I'd be fine with that. I'd be fine with that. Meet some interesting people. Imagine that there's probably some attractive young ladies in this thing, Alice.
I bet.
Right?
Yeah.
Found that alms thing to be just fascinating. Fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, my consumption is a little bit better because nobody cares. I thoroughly cleaned my CPAP machine.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I don't. The CPAP talk is pretty much the lowest talk. I'll save it. I don't. It's not that I don't usually thoroughly clean it, but I thoroughly cleaned it.
You know, normally I'd be offended by being compared to Jasmine Crockett, like those two hacks Julie and Phil did to me the other day.
Whoa.
But, I'm not offended. If providing entertainment and boosting the ratings
Here we go.
of horrible shows, like when
Yep.
she goes on MSNBC or MS Now or CNN on these low-rated shows and gets views and clicks, I feel I'm providing entertainment to all the people out there, the 7 listeners that are listening to this right now. So I accept that challenge.
True. Like the 2025 word of the year.
What is?
You didn't see what the 2025 word of the year is?
No, Alice. What?
It's a word our daughter uses.
What?
Rage bait.
Oh, that's a word. That's one word.
Yeah, that's what they decided to make it be.
Okay. Rage bait.
Rage bait. It's the Oxford word of the year.
Oh.
Rage, and you get what it is?
Yes.
It's like stuff that's designed to make you angry, so you click or watch it or whatever. It beat out. Where are the words that beat out? Let's see. Collins Dictionary chose vibe coding. Cambridge Dictionary said parasocial. Last year, Oxford said brain rot.
Okay, can we go now?
The short list, I was looking for biohack and aura farming were the runners up.
All right, buddy.
Thank you so much for listening, everybody. Thank you, Billy, for the messages. Appreciate you. Appreciate everybody in the chat. It's been fun tonight. We will see you tomorrow. If you want to join us for the chat, that is at patreon.com/burnbarrel. There's also some extra content there each week. There's also
Who was it, by the way, who at the very beginning of this podcast suggested, because I was using this song as the open for a time at the very beginning. Somebody suggested use it as the close. Who was that? If that was you, if you're still around, let me know.
appreciate all of you. We will see you tomorrow.
C'est la vie.